Drop my notebook. All right, this is Jake,
And I'm just
and this is going to be the top 10 defensive tackles for the 2023 NFL Draft. All right, starting off with our number 10 is Byron Young from Alabama, not to be confused with the guy from Tennessee, which was confusing in this process.
yes. He stands at 6'3", which apparently is the only acceptable height for defensive tackle. He weighs in at 294 pounds and has a 5-second exact 40-yard dash.
Have he would be a good 3-4 defensive tackle outside, like more of an end type in the defense in that process. He's fluid, needs to work on the run defense. He can two gap, and he's good at inside pass rush. That's really all I got on him. Oh, and he was a 60. I don't know if I said that. 60 overall rating.
I think you did.
Next guy is Colby Wooden, coming in at number 9, a 61 rating.
He stands at 6'4", which is the other height. That's the only. Yeah. I just forgot how to speak there. He weighs in at 273 pounds, which is pretty light. He's actually the lightest on the list. His 40-yard dash is a 4.79.
So he would be probably a 3 technique or an outside linebacker, maybe even. He's very strong for his size, so he can make up for some of that being undersized. But that's one of the biggest reasons he's down here at the end. The next spot, we have a tie with Zach Pickens and Jacqueline Roy. I'm not sure if I'm saying his first name right.
I think it's Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. So we'll start with Zach Pickens first.
He stands at 6'4", weighs in at 291 pounds, and runs a 4.89 40-yard dash.
I have on him that he'd play more of a 5 technique, so that's more of your rush defensive tackle in a 3-4 system, or maybe your weak side line defensive end. He's really good at one-on-one 2 gap, but he's not great at double teams. But he's got long arms. He's good at run stopping. He's got a good power rush, and he's got okay athleticism. The next guy is more of a 3 tech, which is like you're on a traditional 4-3. That'd be not your big nose guy, but your guy next to him. It's more of a little bit more pass rusher, but still run stopping. He's got some issues in the run game. He struggles to get off blocks on the interior run game. He's a good interior pass rusher. He's okay at double teams, and he's kind of a speed chaos type of guy. Next is
Jacqueline.
No, we did him, didn't we?
No, we did Zach.
I did Jacqueline too.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't say his stats.
Oh, say his stats.
His height. Wow, I cannot speak today. Is 6'3". He weighs in at 305 pounds, and he runs a 5.17 40-yard dash.
The next guy is Keanu Benton at 65. He's more of that 5 technique. He can play some 3 technique, so he's more the speed guy. Depending on what system you put him in, he might play the faster defensive tackle or the rush end, or in a 3-4, he'd be one of the outside guys, depending on which way you're shifted.
That's Keanu, right?
Yeah.
He is 6'4", weighs in at 309 pounds, and is a 508. Sorry, 508. 40-yard dash.
And then he also can play a little bit of shade nose, which is so the difference between shade nose and straight up nose is straight up nose you play right up on the center. Shade nose you play off to one side, usually to the right side, but that can shift depending on fronts and whatnot. He's good, good versus run, and good against a power rush. Next guy, Tomo. How do you say it?
That's a great question.
How to Tomiwa? Tomiwa?
Tomiwa. Tomiwa.
And his last name's just as hard to say. We'll just call him Double A.
He stands at 6'2", weighs in at 282 pounds, and runs a 4.49 40-yard dash, which is the fastest on this list.
He's a 67. He's a little bit stiff, but he's got twitch and explosion. He's got straight line speed. I think that showed in his 40 time, right? What is his 40?
4.49, which is the fastest on this list.
Yeah, you said that.
Yep.
I was listening to you, I swear. He'd be a good 3 technique. He's got good power. He can play defensive end, defensive tackle, depending on the scheme. You don't want him as your pass rusher, but like he can play that run stopping defensive end or one of the DTs in 3-4 a line. He can get moved, and his contact balance isn't great, but he's still all right. And then we kind of have a jump up here to our next guy at
I think
4.
Yeah.
And he's 75 overall.
And that's Brian Boyce. He stands at 6'3", weighs in at 305 pounds, and runs a 5.17 40-yard dash.
Yeah, so he is a good. No, not just a good athlete. He's a special athlete. He's got good twitch, quick bend and flex. He can 2-gap, and he's very versatile. He could probably even line up as a pass rusher. I mean, you don't want him doing it all the time, but he'd be a good inside pass rusher 3 technique. But he can do just about everything on the defensive line. So the next guy we got is Mozzie Smith at an 80.
His height is 6'3". He weighs in at 223 pounds. It was a 5.30 40-yard dash.
So he's going to be your prototypical shade nose, or he could probably play nose. He's long enough. He's a good athlete. He's slippery. But he's not quite as stout as you would think for his size. I don't know that he's strong. He tested well on the bench. I think he just might need to put some things together, or maybe it was exactly what they were asking him to do. That it's kind of hard to say, but he's got the physical gift. He looks like he gets pushed out in the run game more often than you'd hope. But I think the tools are there. You just got to figure out how to put it together. So he's got to get coached up a little in some of those aspects. So that was our number 3. Going to number 2 at an 81 is C. Cansey.
I believe it's Kalijah.
Kalijah Cansey? Yeah, that makes sense. Kalijah Cansey. I'll buy that.
He is 6'1", weighs in at 281 pounds. And his 40-yard dash is a 4.67, and he's on the smaller side. I mean, he's the smallest height-wise. Weight-wise, he's second smallest, quite behind Colby Woodson. Sorry, not Woodson.
He can deal with double teams. He's a 3 technique master. He's got great moves. His power is good. His He's got good balance and bend, and he's got great quicks. Sorry, I was struggling to read my notes there for a second. Um, so he's going to he's more of that pass rushing defensive tackle type, but can hold up against the run well enough. And then on to our number one guy, which probably not a surprise to a lot of people, even though he's gotten dropped down on a lot of boards because of off the field stuff, but he's still player wise the best defensive tackle in Jalen Carter, and he's a 90 overall.
He stands 6'3", weighs it at 314 pounds, and that is not the right number. I'm pretty sure his 40-yard dash is not 1 second and 15 milliseconds. Pretty sure that's supposed to be a 5.
5.15. No,
5.15, not 1.15. That is ridiculous.
so he's got amazing tape. He can two gap. He is a great 3 technique. He can shade nose. He's got good bend. He's got great power, great vision, amazing contact balance, and he's very versatile. So you could put him anywhere on the line that you wanted to. I think a 3 technique. He's like I'm not gonna say he's Aaron Donald, but he can play like Aaron Donald to some extent. He's gonna wreck the game, be able to wreck the game for you on that side of the ball.
I think
do whatever you need him to do.
Yeah, I think Aaron Donald's quite a bit taller too.
Yeah, I think Aaron Donald came into the league as a defensive end, but I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure he did. And they got switched to D tackle because I think he got bigger.
Yeah, there's some other guys on the draft that are defensive ends that are more like his style too. But yeah, I think he's the biggest. As far as football wise, is the biggest slam dunk in this draft. He's the highest graded player I have. But they're off the field stuff, so you have to feel good about that and take him. But I think somebody will still take him pretty high. That's all we got for today.